Okay. G'day, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the third episode of Playback The Podcast. Hope you had a great week as we approach the end of July. That's right. The 31st is tomorrow. I hope you all had a great month. It's been a pretty shitty winter over here, but I hope your winter's been a little bit better than ours. Tonight, I have with me these wonderful people. Some of you may recognize Stuart, but we have a new member. We have Indy with us today. Hello, Indy.
Hello.
We've got quite a list of things to talk about in today's podcast. Firstly, just tell me how your weeks have been, guys.
You
Well,
go first, Stuart.
well, my week has been alright. Bit um, ups and downs. Celebrated my sister's birthday recently, so yeah.
Everyone put happy birthday, Stuart's sister in the chat. Happy birthday, Stuart's sister. What about you, Indy?
It's been pretty hectic with like school and work, but other than that, pretty chill here.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with Indy.
Um, yeah.
I'll have to agree with you. School's been a pain, but I can't really complain. I had a day off on the Tuesday, went to an excursion to Artvo. There were some very interesting illusions. Perhaps I'll pop some photos up. I don't know whether I can be bothered editing or not. That's up to me later today. But yeah. We'll move on to our first topic, which is the games topic. So I've asked all of us to individually choose a game we'd like to talk about, review, rant, even if you really want to, about this game. First off, we've got Indy. Now I know what your selection is, but please tell the audience.
Oh, I'm going first. Lovely. So personally, I think oh my god, I've chosen Paladins, and I don't care what people say. It's better than Overwatch, and it's free. Yeah, I said it.
That's a fact, everyone.
Oh.
Paladins is better than Overwatch. Can
Angry
confirm.
comments in the chat. Yeah, and it's free.
Exactly.
Um,
Better.
Yeah, one thing I want to talk about is the new release of, or not, I think he's released in August. I don't know when, but Caspian, the Thief of Hearts and Treasure, and he's the newest champion that's going to be released. It's quite exciting because he's a flank, and I don't know about you guys, but I personally love flanking, and I love shitting on people. It's great. Love doing that.
Of course. Indy is a try hard at the game. All of her characters are leveled out. It's pretty frightening. She's frighteningly good
all of them.
at the game than all of us. So if you want to talk about Paladins, talk to Indy because she knows everything and everyone. So
Yep.
Yeah. One thing I found really interesting because I watched a couple of videos on it. I also watched a review. I'm gonna credit NTB's World Champion Paladins player. Yes, I'm not much of a nerd at it. Anyway, he did a review and like because he got early access. And one thing that is gonna be really bad about him is the fact that he has two weapons. Not bad, but like it's gonna be really confusing to get good at him. If that makes sense.
right, yeah. So because he's a
reminds
bit
me
more
of another
complicated.
character.
What character would that be?
I can't remember his name, but he has like a sniper and a pistol.
Oh, that
Oh,
would be like
Strix.
Strix. Yeah.
Yes.
But Strix a little bit easier. It's
Yeah.
not like too entirely. He's just got snipe and pistol. It's kind of like every modern
A standard like
first-person
COD,
shooter.
like lobby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Cassian, I think, has like a sword, ninja stars
Yes.
he can throw or something like that.
He has
Sorry, it's just
a
Genji.
sword
Sorry.
for close combat, and then he has a little pistol for long range.
Oh, I didn't know he had a
Or
pistol. I
mid-range?
didn't know he had a gun to
Yeah.
begin with.
I don't know, it's a gun, but like it's a single shot. I don't know. I was watching it. His yeah. I don't
Interesting.
know. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on Cassian. I think he looks like an interesting character. One that I'm probably not going to play, but that's just because he seems a bit advanced. You know, he's got, like you said, the two weapons. So it'll be It'll be interesting to see what people come up with him. He looks like if you are able to master him, he looks like a really good character. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
One downfall though, a lot of flanks. Yeah, I just wanna pick up on a little topic. You actually you play Koga, which is another double weaponed flank.
Yeah.
So if you're already playing double weapons, I reckon you could pick it up pretty darn well.
Yeah, I reckon, but Koga's is fairly simple. He's just got the claws, which do around like 600 damage per hit, and then he's just got
They're nasty if you can hit them.
Yeah, it's really good. And he's just got his SMGs, which are decent. They're not really great, but they're good for getting like chip kills, I guess. If you're trying to like steal kills off other players. If you're lame like that, you know. But yeah.
God, I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm sorry.
No, that's why we're here, to talk about things. That's the whole point of this, you know.
I don't know. When I was looking at the review, the way, because you know flanks, right? You got to get around, you got to dive, and then you got to get back, right? And a majority of the flanks, like say Sky, for instance, she can go invisible, easy getaway. Low on health, fly around your smoke bomb, right?
Yeah,
easy getaway. As well with Koga with his like little like invisible dashes, easy sustain against enemies. Caspian, I don't know. I don't think I like his jump.
Does he not really have much of an? Does he not have much of like an escape option?
He does. He has so you can use it twice. So like he kind of jumps up into the air. You can like jump to the side, but like the way the air control, I don't know. I'm not really, because I love characters with a lot of air control, like Vora with her vine. It's great. Anyway, but like he kind of like goes up in a straight line and then stops for a split second in the air, and I don't know how like that's gonna make you an easy target. You try and rush someone, you can't shoot for that split second. You would mess with the wrong kid. And
oh yeah, they're Paladins kids. Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really a fan. Other than that, his super looks pretty good. Looks like
it looks like a good one. Yep.
Especially if, like, I saw in the actual video, Fernando, he like 4-shot him, and that's a tank.
Damn.
Like,
and Fernando's
a decent tank.
Yeah, he's got some pretty hefty health. So.
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see when he comes out in August.
No, we'll see.
Quite excited.
We'll see what he turns out to be. Okay. So, do you have anything else you want to talk about, like rants, critiques, things like that?
What's your thought on Maeve?
Maeve, I think when it comes to Paladins, I don't like Maeve, and many people who do not play Maeve do not like Maeve. She's just she's just really hard to hit a lot of the time. Like I know she's got like no health. She's got like very little health, but it's so hard to like get good shots on her, especially if you're playing as like a flank. Like, oh my god! And she's so fast as well. She's just jumping around. But then again, I can't really complain too much. It does. I don't know. I don't know whether it takes skill to play Maeve. Like, I've never played her in my life. But, yeah. Maeve is a bit of a nuisance.
Stuart, what are your thoughts on Maeve?
Well, kind of, sorry, didn't explain, but, like, Maeve is probably great on your team. It's just really annoying to go against a Maeve, you know?
Fair enough. Yeah.
That goes for any character, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyone that's like over level 100, annoying on the opposite team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alrighty. Well, that sums up your part of the game, Indy. I'm hoping, unless you have more to talk about at all.
Yes. No. I don't know.
You good? You good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Alright. Okay. Now we move on to Stuart's game. I'm interested to hear, rather, what your game is.
Well, the game I decided to talk about is Multiverses. Since that finally came to open beta to most platforms, not on Nintendo Switch, and obviously not on your phone. It would be funny if it was, I think.
If it actually did come on your
So-
phone, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I've been playing it for a couple of days. God, today I spent some time, played as like a Garnet. Really don't like how she works. Just saying. But, it's really nice to see one of our other characters, play in a Smash Brothers like arena. The funny thing is, LeBron James does not even voice himself in the game.
Then who
Oh.
does?
He doesn't.
He doesn't, apparently. That's a bit weird.
I know.
I'm honestly
He
like
approved it,
baffled he got into the game, like at all.
but he didn't get to voice himself.
Yep.
Mm.
He's too
Like how Vin
he's
Diesel
too
doesn't get to
busy
voice the
bowling.
Iron Giant. Yeah, dude. Too busy, slam dunking on people.
That's,
But
that's,
yeah,
that's
like,
pretty odd because I know like a lot of people were, like came back to voice those characters.
yes, except that Vin Diesel didn't voice the Iron Giant.
So what have you?
Can I,
Wait, sorry, Indy, you go ahead.
sorry. Can I just ask, what is multiverse? Like, I don't know what it is.
Well, it's like Super Smash Brothers or this other game everyone knows. I can't remember.
Are you talking about Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, the game that died? 2
That,
years
but
ago?
also that, but there's also
Oh,
a Brawlhalla. There we go.
yeah.
Yes.
Essentially, it just takes a little pieces off those, and throwing in Warner Brother characters like Bugs Bunny, Shaggy, Batman, basically
gosh.
anything what's Warner Brothers IP, like Rick and Morty.
It looks
Eventually,
pretty. It looks pretty good. Like it's just basically Smash Brothers with Warner Brothers characters. So
indeed.
Yeah.
hopefully we can expect more characters to come.
How many
Yes,
characters are there?
Well, so far there is only like 2 Scooby-Doo characters, 2 Adventure Time characters, 3 DC characters, Tom and Jerry, one character from Game of Thrones, and 1 very original character called Rain Dog, and obviously
Oh, wow.
LeBron James.
Oh,
And LeBron James is just there. He's just on the
yeah,
screen.
he's
Yep.
just chilling.
He's
Yeah.
just there
Yeah, dude.
with Batman and Superman. Yep.
Yep.
He's
And
one of
Wonder
the
Woman.
heroes.
And Wonder Woman. Bro, LeBron James is the luckiest man on earth.
But yeah, so it's a very fun game. It's cross-play for on PC,
Oh, that's
PlayStation.
big. That's big, honestly. Crossplay.
Yeah,
It being crossplay is massive.
I know. But yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to be different, especially for me. The internet connection. Like, I'll send you a clip, Fiddle. But there was a time last night when I was playing, and I'm on the stage, and then all of a sudden the game just decides to teleport me off.
Defeat.
But it's an open beta, and the game officially comes out in August, I believe. I'm not very certain on that.
August is looking pretty good. We got Cassian, and we got Multiverses coming out.
Yeah.
Pretty
Looking
solid
pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go off topic of my thing because I recently found out about the oof sound in Roblox. It has finally been copyright claimed. So
What?
they had
If
to
someone
change.
owns that
yes,
shit?
Yeah, there was a game that came out in 2000. I really don't care, but Roblox, where I've heard this, apparently found it, the sound thing on royalty-free sounds, and then the person's like, waited 10 years because why not? Or 14, and it's like since they racked up the big bucks, now I could sue to get money.
Well, if it was on
So Roblox
royalty,
is-
if it was on royalty-free sounds, doesn't that mean that they could use it without being copyright striked or being complained about? That's the whole
Well,
point of royalty-free.
It
like,
seems like
sounds and
the
music,
the
isn't
site
it?
they got it from, the site they got it from was probably very fake and very bad. This is also very flimsy. I'm not sure about this, all of it.
Oh,
But
okay.
the person, so Roblox has changed their oof sound, so it's no longer the original, and it's no longer funny.
Though that sucks. That actually
That
is
really
that's
does
like
suck.
iconic. Roblox death sound is
Yep.
iconic, and now that it's
Oh,
changed,
yeah.
it's like, I don't know. Bad
That's
decision.
kinda
They should have
sucks.
just bought this sound. To be honest, they're rich. They have so much money. Roblox. It's not funny, and it's not funny how much money they take advantage of, like, small creators. You know.
Yeah.
And like all the
But-
small little kids, Mom, give me Robux. Like considering
yeah,
all that
um,
money. Sorry.
And you go. It's fine.
No, I was just gonna rant about a little kid. No.
Oh god. But we all obviously make mistakes, I would say. But yeah, sadly no more oof sound. It's R.I.P.
Great loss.
R.I.P.
Great
Roblox
loss has
is-
hit us today.
Roblox with sound. You will be missed.
Just a minute of silence. No minutes.
I'm not gonna have a minute silence for that.
But why not?
Alright. But
Because it's
yeah,
Roblox. That's why.
multiverses is great. And
Oh,
any
yeah.
of you guys have anything to talk about multiverses? Like, you wanna ask me a question?
Well, what do you think of, like, the mechanics of the game? Like, I know
Whack.
whack. Yeah, I thought so. I've played it myself, and I thought it was like, as a Smash Brothers player, I can't really complain too much because they can't steal Smash Brothers, like the way that the mechanics work and everything. They had to create their own, but it's still like
Yeah.
very all over the place for me. Like the physics don't exist.
A bit special.
Physics do not exist. They just slowly move.
They're just there.
Yeah. And the move sets could be a little better. They could be a bit more interesting, but considering the budget of the game, and I'm pretty sure this was more of a cash grab than wanting to put some effort into it, because everyone just started making Smash Brothers games after the success of Smash Brothers. And they were just like, oh, we can copy Smash Brothers and we'll make a lot of money. But hopefully it doesn't die out as bad as Nickelodeon All Stars did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it from me. Anything from you, Indy?
How's Scooby play? Console, I don't know.
I don't think Scooby
I
Doo's
don't-
in the game.
He is not in the game, but Shaggy
What?
is.
They have Scooby Doo characters and like Scooby isn't in. I'm gonna file
It is
a
only
complaint.
Velma and Shaggy.
Why? No,
The-
that's horrible. Not El's a game. It's the iconic duo. I'm actually mad at that.
At
Pretty
least you
sure
get
they'll
to hear
release him.
Shaggy's voice.
They'll probably release him as DLC or something, most likely.
DLC.
Mm.
But
True.
anyway, that's Oh, sorry, Stuart. Did you want to add something?
Just one quick thing I wanted to quickly add. One of the people who developed the game said, it still is developing, obviously, said they are fine to do third-party characters. So we could get Walter White, all that, other
Harry
characters
Potter,
from
yo.
different franchises. They own Harry Potter. It's
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
If they don't bring Harry Potter,
I was mean, yeah,
it'd be
But
big
I
if
was
they
more
brought
meaning
Harry Potter characters.
other IP.
Yeah. But,
We could
yeah.
get Master Chief.
Wait, how?
He has movies and a TV show.
Yeah, but he's also a video game character, so
It doesn't stop a lot of things. It's for the brothers.
it
They
did.
decide.
It did. Like Smash Brothers, they said, nope, we're not putting any anime characters into the game because they're not from video games. So
But they did.
no, they did not.
Fire Emblem was an anime. But hey, we shouldn't talk about this.
Games.
We should move on.
No, but they came out as games first, and then they were created into animes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we should
And
move
they're
on.
not
mate.
really like anime.
We only have a
series.
certain amount of time.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Come on.
I'm rambling. Sorry, my bad. Okay,
I'm
Moving
saving your
on.
Time, man.
Gosh, it's meant to be long.
yeah, it's meant to be long. It's meant to be long, but we have
Yeah.
like
It's okay. It's
we have
okay.
good time.
You're on a time
We
limit,
have good
miss.
time. No, we don't. Have,
Yeah.
we don't really have a time limit. We've only been going on for
I'm
20
on a
minutes.
time
You said
limit.
it-
You
it-
guys are.
five-
Oh, you guys,
30.
you're on the time limit. Or what's your time
Yeah,
limit?
I am. You 5:30. Oh, maybe
Five.
5:25, so I can at least like get ready.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go on to my game, which is Undertale. Now I know
Yes.
a lot of
Well-
my friends complain about when I bring up Undertale, but I just have a strong passion for the game. You know, it's just it's a very very well written story by well, if you don't know the story of Undertale, it was written by an indie developer named Toby Fox, and he's very creative. He's a musician, and this was initially like a $5,000 Kickstarter campaign, Undertale, and then he got the $5,000. It released, and it just sold by the millions. And he was just he did not expect like the how much positive feedback he'd get back from the game. But the positive feedback is not without good reason. Undertale is well, basically, I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of the story. So if you haven't played it or you want to play it, I suggest you skip to another part. So if you haven't seen Undertale is basically you're playing as a child who's fallen into an underground like world with a bunch of monsters, and essentially you have to wander your way back out. And it's an RPG, right? But it's not like your traditional RPG. It's an RPG where in traditional RPGs you can just like kill off monsters and move on, kill off monsters and move on, like stuff like that, you know? Like equip items, make you stronger, things like that. But Undertale, what it does is it adds in like a mercy button, so you can actually like give mercy to some of these monsters, and it can actually help you in certain ways. Like there are 3 main endings in Undertale. So there's the pacifist, neutral, and genocide. Now pacifist is when you don't kill anything, neutral is when you can kill a few things, and genocide is when you kill everything, and that's when you go against the famous Sans the Skeleton as the final boss, right? That's the only reason, that's the only way people know about Undertale, really. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a
Yeah,
really
Castlevania.
it's a really well written story because it encourages you to make bonds with the characters rather than just like kill them off like every other RPG does, you know. It
Yeah.
gives you a chance to hear out the monsters, you know, build relationships with them, make sure you get the best possible ending for the characters, and there's a lot of like fourth wall breaking in the game. It's a bit weird, but all of that will be answered when the next Deltarune chapter comes out, and Deltarune's connected to Undertale. But yeah, that's pretty much Undertale. So if you have any questions, please go on ahead and ask them.
Favorite character.
Favorite character?
Mm.
Sans. But that's not
Yeah, the funny skeleton.
that's not because he's a funny skeleton. If you really play the game a couple times, he's a really good character. Like he's like got depression. He's got depression basically. He uses his jokes to like cheer himself up and cheer the people around him up. He's like a fourth wall breaking being, so he actually knows that you're actually a person playing a video game. He knows that he's in a video game. It's really weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Sans is
I
gonna take
believe
over the world.
if I remember, one of the things he keeps track of how many times you died against him.
Yes, he does. When you're against him, and if you die, he knows how many times you've died each and every time. So, yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
creepy. It was very weird for new players playing that. And yeah, he's also got this weird ability where he can like kind of teleport across the world. It's really weird.
Video game logic.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've got for Undertale.
Undertale is a very good game.
Have you played it?
I haven't played it, but I had a friend who played it, and like for a couple of years, we were a bit obsessed in like that weird FNAF Undertale kind of like that like weird, not weird, but like that kind of phase.
Oh yeah.
The grace
Like-
period.
And like, don't tattle on me. Tattletale
Oh, Tattletale. Yeah, the horror.
stuff games like that.
Yeah.
Love them.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's go.
Oh my god,
Five
absolutely
Nights
love
at
it.
Freddy's.
The nostalgia, but yeah.
Okay, dokie. I think that sums up my part of the video game topic. Do you guys have anything else to add before we move on to our
Paladins
next
is better
film?
than Overwatch. Boom. There we go. Okay.
Agreed?
Sorry.
As we get in-
Do we agree with that statement? Stuart, do you
Got
agree
'em.
with that statement? Oh,
Faintly.
Use your words
he's a bit on the edge, Stuart.
It's
I do
a bit
believe-
iffy. To be
I do
honest.
believe Paladins is better.
If we had
than
more
Overwatch.
time, I would thoroughly convince you and the audience of this podcast that it is better.
I don't think you would because yeah.
Played Overwatch. Hmm.
No,
haven't
I played Overwatch. I played
enough
Overwatch,
where-
but it just didn't like interest me as much as Paladins did. You know.
Mm.
But anyway, enough of games.
Yes.
We're moving on. Second off, we've got the animal facts portion, where we share a quick animal fact on any particular animal we picked. So I asked everyone here to pick an animal that they thought they could do an interesting fact on, and yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it. So one of you can start off first. Stuart, what's your animal fact?
Well, my animal I picked was a seahorse.
Right?
Did you know that male seahorses could actually have babies?
I did know that actually.
I did know that too.
Congratulations. Also, if they have find a partner, they're partners for life.
Oh.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that's an interesting fact actually.
Mm.
Yeah, seahorses mate for life, unlike
They're so
other
cute.
animals. They're like us.
They
Let's
have a
go.
better
Oh
love
wait,
life
no,
than
they're
me.
not like us.
Unlike
They are not like
humans.
us. They are not like us at all. We have
Actually,
a
no.
50% divorce rate here. Sorry, my bad.
A small portion of humans do stay together for life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's only a
50%.
small portion.
Sometimes. Small, but not non-living. That doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean?
That's all I bothered to write down
Interesting.
because I wanted to do a topic about monkeys, but I just couldn't.
Monkeys.
I couldn't find a good fun fact about monkeys.
Alrighty. Now, Indy, what is your animal fact? Now, I
Well-
haven't heard a single word of this, so I'm
I'm
interested
gonna
to hear.
set the scene. Right? Set the scene
Set
here.
the
You're at a
scene.
crime scene. Everybody here is at a crime
What
scene.
the f-
Alright. What sort of crime
Horrific
scene
murder.
are we talking about?
Murder.
Okay.
Person
Perfect
on the
murder.
ground, strangled. Boom. And then you're like looking around. You got your DNA test out. You're like, on its arm. Oh, fingerprint. What's this? You get it back to the lab. 6 weeks later, you're like, we found a fingerprint. but
Right.
it doesn't come up on any computers. Like, it's a non-existent fingerprint. Who's it from? Guess what? It's from a koala. Yeah, I don't know
What?
how it got there, but like, it's from right. Ready?
So the
This is
koala
my fun
murdered
fact.
that man.
No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. He was just in the area, and he's just like, "Ooh, ant, and touched it."
Are you sure?
Anyway, to the point. Yes. Listen to this. The fingerprints of a koala are so indistinguishable from humans that they have, on occasions, been confused at a crime scene. That is a true fact, right there. The fingerprints, yeah.
Oh my
Damn,
goodness.
that koala must be
I'm
a
actually
smooth
just
criminal.
just searching up what a koala fingerprint looks like. It looks almost exactly like a human fingerprint.
Exactly.
That's
like I was
That's whack.
when I read that, I'm like,
So are you telling
whoa.
me that koalas could be the sole, like, they could be the ones responsible for like all these crimes and stuff?
yeah.
The
You ever seen a
koalas-
koala in like a sock hat? Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, but when I read that, I was like, damn.
They also have 5
Damn.
fingers. Damn.
Oh, are we actually
the
related
gun
to
leaf,
koalas?
mate.
Are we related to koalas? Maybe.
Am I a koala? Where are
don't
those
know.
gum
Find out
leaves?
next time.
Let's find out on the next episode. But yeah, that's an interesting fact. That's actually really cool.
That
I
is
had
very
no idea.
interesting.
I might tell a
Yeah,
few
I-
people
Damn.
about that
That is.
and be
Huh.
like, well, now
Alright.
we know that half of our murders are koalas. So,
By koalas, yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, drop
Yeah,
bears? Exactly, drop bears.
Drop
that's
bears
why.
actually exist.
That you know, murderous drop bear. Oh, there's fingerprint. Yeah. Boom. We just
Damn.
solved the world's greatest problem right
Let's go.
there. Woo.
Alrighty, it's time for my animal fact. Now mine's a bit. It's. I'm gonna do what Indy did.
No.
Oh, story.
Oh.
Imagine you're swimming. Imagine you're out, you know, on the ocean. You're on a boat, driving out. It's a great day, right? And you decide to go scuba diving, right? You go scuba diving. You put on all your gear. You go down to the deep blue, and then you see a big whale, right? Massive whale. It's a
Yeah,
blue whale, the biggest animal on the planet, a living animal on the planet right now, right? You go down and you want to go beneath the whale, right?
Why do you?
And then
Uh-huh.
in your way is what seems to be a very, very long object attached to the whale, right? And you can't make your way
Uh-huh.
across. And
This sounds like a really.
that happens to be the whale's penis. That's right. The whale's penis is 10 feet long, and it can weigh about 150 pounds. Now, to put that into perspective, 10 feet is about 3 meters, and 150 pounds is about 68 kilograms. So that's one of you, Stuart.
Do it.
So
So can
Okay.
you just
Yes,
imagine
okay.
one of you?
I don't even know how much I weigh, but hey, damn.
But yeah, that's my fact. That's what I. I'm
That-
pretty sure you could all work out what you could all work out that
Yeah.
a whale's penis was really big. Of course it is.
That-
It's
Damn.
3
sounded
meters long.
like the story. It sounded like a really bad.
What?
I'm sorry. You were like, you go underneath the whale, and there's this large object in front of you. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the
It's
whale's
a
penis.
UFO. Nah, it's a whale's penis.
To put into perspective, 3 meters is almost the height of your house. So yeah, that's how long a whale's penis is. Or it's like 2 of me. It's 2 of me stacked on top of each other, and the weight it's 68
wow.
kilograms. So yeah, that's my interesting animal fact. If Jackson were here, he'd be talking about rhinos, rhinoceros, something like that. He wanted to talk about rhinos, but unfortunately he could not make it. R.I.P. to all those who could not make it. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Minute of silence again.
Minute of silence.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
That's right, folks. It's that time of the evening. It's story time. Now, I've asked everyone. This should be everyone's favorite portion of the video. I've asked everyone to tell a story about their worst food experience. Now, I haven't really got one, but I'll have to come up with one. I'll come up with mine on the top of my head. If I don't, then I'll have to resort to my poo story that I revealed in the first episode. So, first off, we've got Indy. What was your worst food experience story, or something along the lines of that?
Unfortunately, to those who are weak-stomached, this is not a story for you. This is the time when I got food poisoning. Now, this is actually quite recent. It was about, not the holidays, it was about 2 terms ago, right? So that's what, 6 months ago? Oh, it's all...
Yeah, that's not really
Around
recent.
yeah.
That's half a year.
It's
Yeah.
it's recent enough. It was the very first time I've ever gotten food poisoning. And guess where I got it from? I got it from chicken. So I had salmonella food poisoning. That
Chicken
is the
from
worst
where?
food
From our
poisoning.
school?
No, from Red Rooster, surprisingly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not surprised, but yeah, go on.
So picture this, right? I don't know where I was at a friend's house. There we go. I'll say that because I don't. Yeah, I was at a friend's house. We were chilling, and then the friend goes. So we went down to Coles to get like dinner, and then we went back to hers, and then like she's like, you can like get any Uber you want because I'm not hungry and I don't want dinner, and we don't have any dinner because we had a really big lunch.
W, friend.
Right? Yes. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get something like something really good. I spent about an hour scrolling through Uber trying to find something, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be really like gross here and get this spicy chicken that my mum got me this one time that was really good from Red Rooster. So I'm like, I'm gonna get that. Oh, it's gonna be great. I got it in a box, 2-piece, large fries, Got that. Pepsi Max, no sugar. Anyway, I ordered it. Half an hour later, it came. Now, one red flag was that I licked because the box, I thought I had like sauce on it, so I licked it. It was oil. It was disgusting. I was like, okay.
You licked oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
Indy
It was,
is an
red,
oil
and I was
licker.
like, no, it was quite gross. Like, yuck. Anyway, I'm eating it, and I'm like, don't think I look gross. I'm like half crying. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I'm eating. I was staying the night at hers, so I went to bed, right? I felt fine. That's the weird thing. And I was so excited because we were going to go to Centro, we were going to get sushi, and it was going to be great. I wake up about 5 times in the morning. I don't know what time, but I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so sick. I feel like I'm going to puke. I've never woken up like this. What the hell is wrong with me? Right? And then I went back to sleep. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so... Anyway, 5 times later. This is like 5 times of waking up feeling absolutely horrendous. But then I reckon the span of about maybe 10-15 minutes each, like in between.
Right.
So I finally get up. Sorry for TMI. I go sit on the toilet. Like, nothing happens. I'm like, okay, I should be fine. I have the worst headache. My tummy feels absolutely horrible. And I'm like, I need to go home. I'm so sorry, but I really need to go home. She's like, it's fine. Her dad and her, I'm in the front seat because, like, I'm in the front. No, I'm closest to the window because he has a van.
Oh,
so, like,
no.
it's 3 seats in the front.
Oh, no.
I'm close to the window. I've got my head out the window. Now, she lives a good, like, from my house to her house, it's about a good half hour, 20-minute drive around. Like, especially with peak hour traffic. Anyway, I've got my head out the window. I'm like, oh, it's
You literally
horrible.
made that sound. Yep.
Yes, I did. It was... Anyway, we get to the lights. We're about 150 meters from my house, right? So we had to, like, turn down and then, like, anyway. We're at the lights. The lights aren't turning green. I'm like, oh my god, cute. There's this poor car a lane away from me looking at me, and I'm like, I look like shit out of the window. All of a sudden, I just
Can you
onto the
can you
side of the
can you
road.
imagine someone just pulling up? They I don't know, some guy in a RAV4 or something. They just pull up,
With,
open
like,
open their window
no
for 2
roof?
seconds, look to their left, and they just see a young woman just hurling out the window.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh, it was. So yeah, they were looking over and like. Anyway, we turned the car. I'm vomiting the 150 meters way home. Right, I'm constantly vomiting out the window. He's driving as fast as he can. He's like, "Meh, meh," and I'm like, it's horrible, right? It's horrible.
Alright.
What was that sound effect?
It's the gear
So
shifts, clearly.
we round the corner. We go to my house. Now I feel so bad for her dad. Her dad gets out the car. I'm like, don't touch the car, because I was vomiting on their car. Like, we stopped, but I was still vomiting. It was like on their car. It was on the side. It was horrendous. He like opens the door, touches my vomit, and I'm like, that's gross.
Bruh, oh my. Okay.
I was like, don't touch it. And he's like, he just wants to make sure I was okay. I get inside, right? Oh, it was horrendous. Those 2 days were the worst days ever. And then I did crap myself. Quite embarrassing.
I did crap myself also. That's
Yeah.
also that happened.
Also, I crap myself. It was only a little bit, but that sounds really bad. I swear, I'm not normally like this. It's just because of food poisoning. Literally, you cannot keep anything in. It is horrendous.
Yeah, no, I do not. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had food poisoning, to be honest. I might have, but I might not remember. It might have been like too long ago, but no, food poisoning is not fun. Not at all.
No,
Yeah.
don't get food poisoning, guys. Would not recommend.
Would not recommend.
No, would not recommend.
Alrighty, that was an
Yeah.
interesting story, Indy. That was in good detail, and
Maybe
feel-
a little bit too much, but
No.
it's fine.
I just feel sorry for the guy who just happened to see you hurling out the window.
To this day,
No,
I
I just-
still like go to their house and be like, "Hey,"
And
I'm
they'll
not
be
getting
like,
an
"Hey,
Uber
vomit girl."
I
yeah.
just thank gosh that person was not in a convertible, eh? He would have just
Mm.
had a lovely time. of Just
Can you imagine if it
chunks,
was windy?
maybe.
Can you imagine if it was windy?
Yeah, yuck.
Alrighty, that sums up Indy's portion of the story time. That was definitely a bad food experience.
Oh yeah.
Red Roots is pretty shit, to be honest. Don't go there. Okay, Stuart, you're up. What was one of your worst food experiences?
Well, I didn't have any food experience to make me vomit or anything, but it
Good.
did make me gag.
Right. That's just as bad.
Yes,
That's what we're looking for.
I know. So
That's what we're looking for. Oh god.
here's the
That's
story.
what it's all about.
So I'm with my sister, and her friend, and we're going to see the Batman,
Right.
Robin Pattinson's Batman.
Great film, by the way. Great film.
Can't comment.
And-
Never say that.
And we're there at Fountain Gate, and we're eating at this restaurant, or not even a restaurant, like fast food place. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but we're eating, and you know, one of the things you could order was a cheesy corn, like where you have corn with like cheese. You know, it's very cheesy.
Right.
And you know, they both like, oh no, you should try corn. You just do it because yeah, why not? And last time I had an experience with corn, every time I put it near my nose or mouth, my body just doesn't want to. And they're like, oh, do it. And I was like, okay, I'll disregard what my body is trying to tell me. So I put it in my mouth, and I was about to just force it, like projectile out of my mouth immediately.
Pachoo!
Like, my body did not want it at all. Like, they noticed that I was about to, like, just chuck it out of my mouth.
Right.
But I swallowed, but I didn't want to eat anything for the rest of the day. Unless it was popcorn, but
Unless
I
it was
just
popcorn.
couldn't.
Everything else was
Hang on,
A-okay.
hang on. Can I just bring up the issue, right? Stuart doesn't like corn, but yet he'll eat popcorn. Cooked corn.
Yes.
Well,
Corn kind-
I
wait,
guess
hang on.
I'm kind of the same though. Like, would you
Corn
eat
is
would
like
you eat a
popcorn, right?
raw potato? No, you can
Yes,
eat
I would.
chips. You're weird then. You're
Potato.
weird.
Then potato. No, sorry, I'm
Okay,
wrong with that.
Sasha. That was an Attack on Titan reference, by the way, for any of those you didn't know. Anyway,
Wait, did I reference that?
no, I said, okay, Sasha, because you said you would eat a potato roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Now, see, I don't really have a food story to talk about, so that's kind of embarrassing. I couldn't really think
What
of one. I
about
don't
like
really...
a best experience?
Best
though?
experience?
It's not the worst. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have the worst.
Literally every day.
My best experience
Oh.
was literally Korea. Like, Korea has best food, man. Those of
Did you go?
No, I. This was years ago. This was like 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this would have been a while ago.
Mm.
I would have gone this year, but unfortunately, school. So,
School.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought you were about to say COVID.
No, that we would have gone in 2020, but COVID. We would have gone in 2021, but COVID, and we would have gone this year, but school.
Yeah, it's cool.
Actually, my brother and my mum should be going over there. That'll be good. But I'll be staying at home.
Bring us food.
But yeah, pretty much just Korean food is really good. Like, most Asian cuisine is really good. My psychology teacher was going on about how Asian food is the best. Arguably, it's the most expendable and like cheap and affordable, and it's everywhere. But it's probably not this. But there's probably like other ones that are better. Which ones? I'm not too sure.
I guess it's all up to like personal preference.
Yeah, I guess so. What's the best Asian like you've ever had? In my opinion, I like Korean and Vietnamese. They're my favorite Asians. What about
I don't know about that comment.
Korean and Vietnamese?
No, not about that. They're my favorite Asians. No.
Asian food.
Like-
Sorry,
Yeah.
Asian food. My bad. That's not what I meant. Everyone's the same. What about you guys? Do you have a particular like Asian like particular country's food that you like?
Yes.
Which is
I love Vietnamese. Amazing food. I love how fresh it is, and I love Japanese. Their sushi.
I need to have Japanese food. I can't believe I've actually not had Japanese food. I've had
It's
Chinese
okay.
food a couple
What?
times. Yeah, I haven't had
I
Japanese food.
never had Japanese food. I never had.
Well, there you go.
Japanese
Me and
food
Stuart on the same boat. Like, maybe we can go
I
to.
love it.
Maybe we can take a field trip to Japan, and you know, our school was meant to take us to the Gold Coast, and then they didn't.
I know, right?
I know. That would have been so
I'm
fun.
so sorry to break up this great conversation, but I gotta go, gents.
That's okay.
All
Indy.
right.
You
Thank
can
you
go
for
ahead.
spending your time in the podcast.
Thank you, Indy, for joining us in the podcast. You've made this enjoyable, and yeah,
Thank you.
we'll see you off. Goodbye, Indy.
Thank you for
Say-
having me.
No worries, no worries.
Bye, bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, Indy.
Okay,
Well,
so Indy's left us. Those of you in the audience, in the audience, if you're willing to join, please just raise your hands. You can join if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I will
Yeah.
accept your request if you want to. The more the merrier. So yeah, that was the story time portion of Playback the Podcast. Let's just sum up today's podcast with a bit of a quote for you. This is the quote of the day. Let your unique awesomeness and positive energy inspire confidence in others. So I'm pretty sure what this means is, well, if your like positive energy and your confidence and just your positive energy, your willingness, your ability to show your smile and everything, it's like you can pass it on to other people. You can inspire people to do better. You know what I mean? It's like role models. Like
Yes.
it shows just like if these people can do it, then you should be able to do it too. Some of these people were in a
Yeah.
worse state than you were, and they've been able to achieve so much in a very short amount of time. So I recommend
Hmm.
uh, doing some research on some of the biggest billionaires in the world and see where they were at. They were very much like you. They were very much like all of us, just going to school, doing their own thing, went to university, and then they came out with an idea. So yeah, maybe your idea can be the next big thing. What are your thoughts, Stuart?
You kind of just summed it all, but yeah, essentially, how I feel from the quote was, you know, always just keep pushing. Don't push yourself obviously that far, but you could probably put a smile on someone else's face if you enjoy what's going on, overcome and be a role model, as you said.
Indeed. Those are some wise words by Stuart right there. He is a wise man after all. He's older than all of us. He is the oldest. But yeah, that concludes Playback the Podcast, Episode 3, Pixelated Condiments. Uh, we'll have to talk about our heated debates topic in the next episode. But yeah. Or maybe I should just rename the episode to something else. It was meant to be in reference to, we were going to talk about video games and whether like particular like tomato sauce belongs in the fridge or not. But we'll have to talk about that in the next episode when more people are around.
Okay.
But yeah,
It'll
I
be
hope you
interesting.
enjoyed the third episode. We'll see you guys around, and enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy the rest of July. There's only one more day, and yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts, Stuart?
Um, no, my only closing thought is be good people.
Exactly. Be kind to others. Hope you guys have a good week. And we'll see you next week. Program terminated.